I will guide you through the extended version of the 1 minute meditation. Base of the spine. Heart. Throat. Third eye.
You don't see all these hoes fat because they on that damn birth control pill?
Base of the spine.
Like that.
Navel. Heart. Throat and the mouth. Two eyes and the two brains. Om.
rooting for me, they ain't clapping for me. I'm only saying, can somebody just be happy for me? I really hate to say I told you so I bite my tongue, but you know.
Your favorite mystic's favorite mystic. You are traveling with the Hood Mystic. Time to tap in now. Your favorite astrologer's favorite astrologer. You are now tapped in with the Hood Mystic.
Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. Hope everybody is alright. Hope you can hear me okay. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Everything copacetic on y'all end. While I try to figure out what's going on with my camera. Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. Maybe it's just the light that I got. We switched the light up one time. Or matter of fact. A little better, a little better, a little better. Got your boy out here looking crazy. Don't subscribe to this channel because of my good looks. I mean, some of y'all do, but another topic for another day. Shout out to y'all, Grand Rising. Want to have a conversation with y'all about something that is, I deem it very important. You know, I deem it something that we must understand and overstand, because when we come into the spiritual community and people change their name to Horus or Asar, and people get onks and niggas is all of a sudden from Egypt and things of that nature, I don't actually be knowing what that means all the time when people embody said characters. I think people imply a lot. So for me, when I'm working with particular energies such as Egyptian energies, I don't be actually seeking them out. I don't be like, let me discover the latest and greatest Egyptian mythology to deliver to the people. You know, these particular concepts, they come to me, and I just want to help people understand said concepts. Because if you understand said concepts, there's a level of wealth that comes along with it. There's a level of peace that comes along with it. A level of love that comes along with it. You know, the concept of like good luck type energy. And for a lot of people, you know, I'm gonna do a video on Sisyphus at a certain point, but the journey for us a lot of times is an uphill battle. And if you don't understand that, this channel might not make a lot of sense to you. Shit, I might not make a lot of sense to you, because I'm here to help you push this big ass rock up the hill. And now everybody is like on the bottom of the mountain, right? Chilling, enjoying life, going to the casino, going to the Beyonce concert, traveling to who knows where, doing who knows what. And me and you is pushing this big ass rock up a mountain. I'm just saying, don't push that big ass mountain by yourself. You understand? Understand that the spiritual journey, the meditative journey, is not an easy journey. And I have to always preface this, you can't buy into it. You can't buy your way into it. So what are you working so hard for? Would be the question that I asked you. Why are you working so hard? And then what are you utilizing your resources for? To answer questions that you cannot get through purchasing things. It takes us a moment to relax and get into our energy space and begin to channel the divine light that is within us. The only issue that it takes a while, it takes a moment, because in your emotions, in your desires, in your thoughts, you swear to God you got the answer. You swear to God you know how to formulate the proper hypothesis and come up with the grand theory of your life without taking a moment to meditate on the specific energies that will help elevate you and ascend you. This thing is not hard. This thing is not complicated. It just might take a while. Hey, if you want to skip steps, the link in the description says article. You can click it for $5 a month. You can read this article in 4 minutes and gain the understanding that I'm about to put these niggas through for another hour and a half. Okay? It works out for me because the longer people watch my videos, the more YouTube enjoys that. Like, it helps me with the algorithm. It don't cost you nothing, but it takes a moment to explain thoroughly what I need to explain. It's not a bad thing. I just know y'all got ADHD, low key or high key, however you want to look at it. And you just want to get it over with. Pay the $5, read the article, gain the understanding, right? Meditation 101, Money and Metaphysics, is already formulating to be one of the greatest books ever put together on the subject. Because here we are thinking that, and trust me, I am not only the president of the White Rabbit Substack, I am a client. I need this shit, right? I need divinity. I need understanding. I need understanding and overstanding. And I also need to share. I also need to reach out and, be in a sort of like community. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for watching and tuning in, because I want to explain these mythologies in a way that you never heard them before, so that when you see Osiris or you see Haru or you see Set, you understand what is being put down, and you understand the greatness of the ancient Egyptians was not by coincidence. It is because they understood energy. Inner, I-N-N-E-R, chi. Inner energy, cosmic, divine life force energy. Now I can say it, you can't buy it, you only have to sit with it for a long enough time before the truth begins to immerse the consciousness, so you can become victorious simply in existing. We're talking about energy. So let's talk about this conversation. This first picture that we have, which is going to be the thumbnail, is in reference to the motif. So when we talk about Osiris, Osiris is always either connected to Horus, Set, or Isis. Okay? So what does this mean? If I do a YouTube video, or I just sit in my room like Brandy, and I start talking about Horus, Set, and Isis, and nobody can hear me, it's like I might as well, do cartwheels. I might as well do backflips. When we are in divine spaces, divine energy, the point purpose of it all, if you don't understand shit else, you have to share. You have to connect. When you look at Horus, when you look at Set, when you look at Osiris, through sheer observation, you can see that these particular deities are connected. Now, another observation, you see Osiris representing man. Okay? Whether you are a male, female, or other, Osiris represents you. Osiris represents you, or it represents the soul. Horus, on the other hand, represents the conscious mind. Set represents the subconscious mind. And I'm going to get into this, but what I'm doing is kind of setting the table into bringing you into the understanding of why is this even important? Because whoever is reading about Osiris, Horus, and Set is doing so through the modality of their consciousness. So any human that can bear witness to ancient Kemetic mythology also has a particular consciousness, that if that consciousness can begin to work out those mysteries, right? Mysteries of what? Of the mysteries of Barack Obama, or the secret societies of the CIA and the FBI, or the mysteries of self. So one's in the chat, if y'all with me, if y'all can understand what I'm saying so far, as the importance of understanding and understanding Egyptian mythology as keys to understanding the mind or consciousness or self, and not whether King Tut fuck Cleopatra, on the 13th of fucking May in 5000 BC. Like, who gives a shit, right? What I care about is my mind, okay? My subconscious and my superconscious, right? I don't care about the history of the mystery. I care about the presence of the divine within self, to which, if we can just meditate and bear witness on the mythologies, right? This is what we do, or what we did before the internet. We would tell stories, not for the stories themselves, but for the children who was understanding the stories, to say, oh, I am Osiris, oh, I am Isis, oh, I am Haru, oh, I am Set, right? Because if we don't say I am set, right, mentally, we can think that all of our thoughts are godlike and divine and I could do no wrong, until life shows us otherwise. And then we come into consciousness and we're still thinking I am divine and I can do no wrong, because hey, I found Hood Mystic. In the midst of my debauchery, I'm tuning in and tapping into spirituality. But understand that I am set. Within me is Thanatos, or a destructive aspect. Within you, there is a destructive aspect that will, it's an uphill battle. And if you don't recognize the uphill battle, you got a sledgehammer to your relationships. You got a sledgehammer to your finances. It ain't nothing else but you that's ruining everything, because you're not, you see a nigga pushing up the rock up the hill. Y'all ever seen that meme where the nigga is holding the earth and the world and this girl is holding the babies? And she like, thank you, Jesus. Right? Thank you, God. Mentally, we can do some fucked up things. Subconsciously, through addiction, through conditioning. Conditioning is another video that I'm gonna be doing in the near future. Powerful stuff when you start to think that everything you do is a result of conditioning. To which, if you're ever going to get to a spiritual space or a meditative space, you got to begin to look at your conditioning, because your conditioning is the molding of your actions through behavior modification. To which if it wasn't there, you would be okay. But through conditioning, you're going to churches, you're going to the beauty supply store, you're going to Wendy's, but understand that naturally, divinely, you can source out solutions. But conditioning will be the thing that will have you acting in a way that is not in your best interest, and you can't do nothing about it because you are being controlled by the things that you do, the places that you go, and the people that you are around are conditioning you. So when it is in a matter of intuition, where spirit requires you to act, you can't act in the reference, in the realms of your soul, because you're not aware of your conditioning. You're not aware that somebody is molding your actions. And this is what is called religion, spirituality. All of these things that we deem good and valuable, but these people do not understand the mysteries. They might want to understand the mysteries, but it takes a long time to uncover said mysteries. And one would need to spend every single day in research, in meditation, to just simply begin to crack open the shell. How can you do that when you're too busy hustling? I've taken this path not because I've become the richest man in the world. I've taken this path because I understand the value in being able to share. If I wasn't able to share, I probably would take a different path in life. But the simple moment that I'm experiencing with everybody on this live is worth every amount of money that you could ever imagine, to be able to connect the dots to metaphysical mysteries and share said findings with the tribe, so the tribe can become that much better, is worth more than anything. Because when it's all said and done, we'll be able to see each other in the spiritual realms. Why? Because we're having a spiritual conversation. We're not talking about whether Osiris was in the tomb or some weird shit like that. We're talking about Osiris as being a symbol for the soul. So Osiris in this diagram, I'm gonna blow it up so we can see it a little better. Transform, fit. Osiris in this diagram is the whole entire triangle. Now, do not get caught up in Osiris being masculine. Do not get caught up in being a man or a woman. Osiris is simply the entire triangle. Encompasses mind, body, and soul of you. They fuck our minds up, bro, with this masculine and feminine shit when we're talking about spirituality, to which you only deal with goddesses, when the fucked up part about it is that women should deal with gods, masculine deities. Men should deal with goddesses, meaning that the men should represent the goddesses. That's what this shit is about. But it's like magnets, right? To become a magnet, you have to master both polarities. If you're a divine feminine and you're in goddess worship, then you're like not as attractive as one could be if you worked with Thoth or with Loki or with Thor or with Shango, right? If you was just a woman who practiced the sacred arts of Obatala, right? See, you fucked up thinking that you was Yemaya. You fucked up thinking that you was Oshun. Oshun is for the niggas. See, but this is higher level thinking, that lower level thinking, more comfortable thinking is going to challenge that. So I want to tell you the truth. I want to tell you what's right so you can become a better person. That's going to mean that you're going to listen to me and be upset because you're so comfortable with being stupid, right? You're comfortable saying, well, I'm a girl, I should work with goddesses. It makes sense, right? It makes perfectly logical sense until you read Carl Jung and he starts talking about the anima and the animus, and how if you don't understand this, then you will project your masculine energy on men who are not your masculine energy, which your masculine energy is your masculine energy, but you don't know shit about it. So what you do? You project it on a man. The man does not live up to your standards or expectations, and you emotionally react viscerally, angrily, sadly. But it's your fault. Because if you could understand your masculine energy, you wouldn't project it on a man. You could live in a world in 2023 where you could be divine masculine, divine feminine, in one entity, in one vessel, because you understand Isis represents your preconscious or superconscious or foreconscious or ability to foretell the future. The goddess is within you. Okay, cool. The conscious mind, Horus, the baby, Haru. Then you be with your kids and you be going somewhere and your kids be like, can you stop by 7-Eleven? Can you stop by the store? Can you give me some chips? Can you give me some candy? Nigga, we got shit to do. We got places to go. I know, but could you go by Dollar General? Can we pick out 2 things from the store? Just 2 things. If you buy me something, I won't be mad. Right? Horace, the baby, right? That part of you that's down. Like, you need this nigga. Like, you need your kid to be something at a certain point. Like, at the end of the day, you do not want your kid to grow up and not be shit, right? So you gotta kind of like mold your kid. You gotta develop your kid, right? Because you be looking at your kids like, what the fuck? I hope y'all don't like stay like this forever. I hope like at some point y'all mature, like level up or something. Like, I hope y'all have a desire, right? My kids started reading books. I was like, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. So at least I got one, right? I got one kid that like reading. Thank you to whoever granted me that boon, right? Meaning that our conscious mind, like Sisyphus, has to be pushed so hard up this hill towards self-development. It has to get off its bullshit. It has to understand, like, you know what? You Haru. You the hero in your story. You not the victim in your story. You gotta figure out mentally that you just not an ain't shit type of person, right? You gotta become that hero, right? Why? Because at the subconscious level, listen, subconscious, the power of the subconscious mind, Dr. Joseph Murphy, the power of the subconscious mind, bro. What am I talking about? Dog, everything that you've created in your life, you've created it because the power of the subconscious mind is just that. And if it's things in your life that you've created that you don't like, you have to deal with the depths of your being to begin to alter that. But see, nobody is understanding the set like nature of themselves to be creating the nigga that a girl would cheat on, or the nigga that a girl would just leave and forget about. Listen, you dealing with a woman, right? And she fucking use you and then leave you. You mad at her. How could she do that to me? How could she hurt me like this? Right? But you created the nigga to get hurt. Why? Because I'm going to tell you what, she with somebody right now and she not hurt. She happy. She enjoying life. Because that's how it be. People move on, and when they move on, they be happy until the same thing happens, and it's this big old loop of hurt people. And trust me, when you are in the depths of relationships and being single and having baby mamas and baby daddies, y'all all are operating at a subconscious level, dog. Y'all all in the same muckety muck. It's called the collective unconscious. Y'all know how to text each other, call each other, fuck with each other, and understand there's people outside of that bubble looking at y'all like, what in the hell? To which the subconscious mind is a part of the collective unconscious. It's the part of you that is unknown, but it's the part of you that if you work with it, it'll bring you into where you need to get to in life, around the people that you need to be around the tribe that it's a subconscious thing. It's not a conscious thing. You think it's conscious, but if you really sat back and thought about it, how could you think about certain things? Like, how would you know to be at a certain place at a certain time? You operating at a certain level of the mind. And this is what set is, because the reason why we pushing this mountain up a hill, or pushing the rock up the hill rather, is because we tired of our subconscious mind mollywopping us. It's nothing worse than being in a particular point where your life is uncontrollable, unconsolable, and you know you're not crazy, but you feel crazy. That's your subconscious mind. And subconscious mind work begins with acknowledging, and it is the whole basis of this mythology. So let's get into more things. So another allusion to Osiris means this, and Horus means that, and Set means this, and this means this, and this is like, no, it can't actually mean the shit that niggas is talking about, because after they say that, what's the next point? All of these things represent internal structures of the mind. That's why they're even mentioned or referenced. Something so ancient, something so old, could only be referencing and dealing with metaphysics, beyond the physical. What is beyond the physical? The mind, okay? So when we're dealing with Horus, when we're dealing with Osiris, when we're dealing with Set, we're also dealing with our mind. And we're dealing with the basis, the DNA, the structure, the function of said mind, the formation of it. So, in the Bible is a specific verse. I'm going to read it verbatim so we can understand and overstand. Psalms 82, verse 6, chapter 7, it says, I have said, yea, or you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But you shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. When we do not understand and understand the message of the Trinity and of God and the representing consciousness in the mind, we'll miss the point, and we'll put it in so many different things. We'll say God is everything. God is here. God is there. God is nowhere. I don't know what God is. You are God. How you act, how you behave is God. So when we deal with Horus, that child that we pushing, that we're rearing, that we're raising this child. We're raising how we behave, how we show up in the world as said God. Now, whatever you do, like in between that shit, it ain't gonna matter. It's just gonna be like, you ever be in a type position? One's in the chat if you ever been in a type point in your life like, damn, where did time go? Damn, y'all ever be like that? Man, where did the time go? What happened? Like, damn, don't it feel like what happened in 2018? What happened in 2017? Did those years actually happen? Did 2017 and 2018 happen? And if so, what happened during those years? What about 2014? What the fuck was that? Like 2009. What the fuck? What are we talking about? Are we talking about real things? Are we talking about actual things when we say these years anymore, motherfucker? Like, we're not. We have transcended space and time so bad that we can't even understand that nobody is going to tell us about us. We have to begin to meditate. Like, this is why it's called Meditation 101. And I got 2 articles, 2 videos that support this video that I'm doing now. But in order for us to actually get anywhere in life in reference to communion and community and things of that nature, you gotta stop being so motherfucking crazy. Like, come on, really think about it. The only thing that we don't got is a mind. Cause we actually filling out paperwork like October 18th, 2023, knowing damn well we don't even know what the fuck that even means. What did that even mean? Listen, it is crazy out here. And if you don't get your mind in order, if you don't understand this energy shit that I'm putting down, if you don't understand this energy shit that I'm putting down, like, you gonna be working or some shit. You gonna be somebody's fucking slave, bro. Sis, what? Like, you're not even going to understand your power. And when we talk about Osiris, we're just talking about power. And it's like right in front of our faces, but I'm really setting the table so we can begin to feast. Okay? So once again, I'm showing you how the upper triad, or the conscious mind, subconscious mind, preconscious mind, Isis, Horus, Osiris, represent a meditative practice of power. So what do? I want to give a solution, so I'm just going to keep it going. But I want to also say that knowledge, understanding, wisdom come from this area. So where does knowledge, understanding, and wisdom come from? It's weird to say, but it comes from ourselves. Now, you say, no, I need to be taught something, right? And it's like, maybe, but when you was walking, did anybody say, all right, little John, put your left foot in front of your right foot? Or did you just naturally begin to walk? Like, when you began to like learn and really learn things, was anybody telling you how to learn, or was it just naturally just making sense to you? To which, was the knowledge ever taught to you, or was it simply remembered? Right? You are a spiritual being having a human experience, so it's nothing really that anybody can teach you. So what we do to amass great fortunes or to gain great understanding is not to get a lot of shit. We get rid of a lot of shit. See, when you get rid of a lot of shit, the ideas will easily come to you to then move in the way that you need to move. So if you need an idea, then just get rid of shit. Just start getting rid of shit. Clear the space away. Right? If you don't got nothing in your area, nothing in your space, ain't nothing but ideas that's just going to come to you. Okay, I can begin to do this. I can begin to do that. And then you got this space to say, all right, I can put this here. I can put this there. Right? But when you got the shit right in front of you that you don't even need, it's no longer serving you. All spirit is saying is get rid of this shit. That's a metaphor. So let's look at some hieroglyphs, and then we're gonna get into just the overall lecture. It's not going to be super long, but I just want to make sure that we understand what is being brought forth. So in this picture, we have Osiris, and then he is flanked by Nephthys and Isis, reiterating and doubling down that Osiris is not an actual person more than it is an actual energy that is within everybody, male and female. So we don't understand because we are dualistic. We view things as good and bad, male and female, black and white. But what we need to begin to understand and understand is that these things apply to everyone. So we have another image last image before we get into the conversation. And this is the image of Osiris, the dead Osiris, and the formation of Horus, right? So let's look at this. We have the son coming from the father, but we got to also understand that the conscious mind is the son of the soul. Now, the conscious mind can be fucked up for a lot of people. It can make a lot of bad decisions, foster a lot of bad behaviors, things of that nature. But if ever tuned in to the right passageways, neural pathways, understanding and overstanding, then the conscious mind becomes a channel and vehicle for the soul. One's in the chat if you can understand that analogy between Osiris and Horus, son, father, conscious mind, and soul. Please humor me. Does that make sense? I'll say it again. Osiris is the father. Horus is the son. Osiris is the whole triangle. Osiris is the soul. Osiris is the totality of your being. However, it is dead, right? We don't have real access to the soul. We can't really like tangibilize and formulate and cultivate and understand the soul. So it is reliant upon the son or Horus to act out its duties. So, how does one begin to act out its duties? Well, I'm gonna just key you into something. You can't just think about it all day. You can't just buy it all day. You can't hope for it. You literally have to meditate and tune in to the soul, tune into the totality of you, and then behave as such, because ye are gods. You are a god. However, due to conditioning, you might be at the beauty supply store buying the Yaki or buying the fucking wave brush or some shit like that, buying the Miracle Grow behind the counter, buying God knows what from the beauty supply store, thinking that I have to do this because I just need to do it or I want to do it, never thinking I've been conditioned to come to this motherfucker. Why do you think it's called shampoo and conditioner? You're literally being conditioned to put something in your hair that you probably don't even fucking need because your hair produces natural oils. However, if you've been conditioned to think that you need to do shampoo and conditioner, guess what? You ain't never even gonna buy shampoo without conditioner. Not even knowing why the fuck you need conditioner. Because I need to moisturize my shit. Do you really? Who told you that? What I was reading and but your shit keep falling out though. Yeah, but that's because I've been listening to Jada Pinkett. I got alopecia or things like that. Alright. You've been conditioned and it's okay. Until you begin to meditate and rebuke your conditioning, you'll never begin to even fathom something, because Osiris is letting you know, I'm dead. I'm in the underworld. You really gotta work hard. So, throughout the mythologies, Horus and Set battle profusely. Even in the movie, I don't know what it's called. What is that movie called? Egyptian movie about gods with Chadwick Boseman. The Gods of Egypt. The main fight was between Horus and Set. Horus being the conscious mind, Set being the subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is always telling you some shit that's distracting the conscious mind. And this is the battle that everybody is fighting. This is the war within. Horus versus Set. But let's talk about Osiris. We're going to talk about Osiris. We're going to talk about what Osiris symbolizes. We're going to talk about that symbology. And then we're going to just bring it on home. But I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. If y'all are on the live stream, like the video. If you're watching this video post live stream, just click the like. I would greatly appreciate it. Share the video. That's awesome. But the fact that you listening is the greatest thing in the world to me. I appreciate that more than anything. All right. So let's just get into the basics of Osiris. Let's read about it so we can get just a general understanding. And then we'll deal with more understanding, understanding, overstanding, things of that nature. So Osiris, Osir, Asar, Usir, the patron of the underworld, the dead, past pharaohs, agriculture, the old form, fertility, the old form. In his original form, he is a green-skinned man dressed in the raiment of a pharaoh. Following the legend of Osiris, he appears as a green-skinned man in the form of a mummified pharaoh. He is often depicted wearing a crown with a pair of ram horns at its base. Throughout the height of the Egyptian civilization, Osiris was the primary deity. In power, he was second only his father Ra, and was the leader of the gods on earth. He was the husband of Isis and the father of Horus. Osiris resided in the underworld as the lord of the dead and as after being killed by Set. Even though he was a god, he could no longer dwell in the land of the living. After Osiris was killed, Isis resurrected him with the ritual of life, which was later given to the Egyptians so that they could give eternal life to all their dead. The spells and rituals cast by Isis, plus many others given the peoples by gods over the centuries, were collected into the book of Going Forth by Day, colloquially known as the Book of the Dead. In the underworld, I'm gonna stop right there. So you can screenshot that or read it. Of course, do your own due diligence on Osiris. It's just a couple of things that I want to point out. Now that we have the basis of Isis, Osiris, and Horus, I feel that we could greater understand the second paragraph in the description. After Osiris was killed, Isis resurrected him with the ritual of life. Okay, so if we understand Isis to be our pre-conscious, this is what I want men and women to understand about spells and rituals and how to formulate and cultivate said spells and rituals. Spells and rituals come from you, not the internet. I'm gonna say it again. Spells and rituals come from you and not a book. What herbs you should use, what spells you should do, what rituals you should do is in reference to Isis. What is Isis? Isis is your pre-conscious, superconscious, foreconscious. Isis is just not a girl on the street corner talking about she got $40 specials. No, Isis is a reference to your energy, your consciousness the ability to create the future through spells and rituals. What man can do spells? All men. What woman can do spells? All women. Is there somebody that does spells better than you? No. It's just the fact that you don't do them at all. And you don't know that Isis is a part of you. So when Isis resurrects Osiris, she does so through the ritual of life. Meaning that when you operate in a ritualistic fashion, what you doing? I don't fucking know. Why you doing it? I don't fucking know. Is you doing the right thing? Abso-fucking-lutely. What you doing? Some shit that I read in a book. Why you doing it? Because she said that it was going to help me with what I'm going through. Is this the right thing to do? Absolutely fucking not. After Osiris, I tell everybody who know me, what spell should I do? What ritual should I do? You already know it. Oh, I don't know. Can you help me? I'm about to tell you the shit that I'm gonna do. Cause the shit that I'm gonna do gonna have a big booty light skinned girl in front of you, and you'll be like, I didn't want a big booty light skinned girl, Hood. I needed help with my rent. You asked me what spell I did. This is the spell I do. Hood, I didn't want a threesome. Hood, I didn't want a threesome. I was trying to get my car fixed. You doing the same spells that I'm doing. After Osiris was killed, after the soul was killed, after we transition from lifetime into lifetime, our rituals resurrect said soul that was dead. Let's continue. Which was later given to the Egyptians so that they could give eternal life to all their dead. Does it say some of their dead? Does it say a portion of their dead? Does it say the pretty bitches? Does it say the ugly niggas? Do it say the Jews? Does it say the black people? Does it say the white people? No. Eternal life to all of their dead based upon certain metaphysical principles. Cause it's not even a person that don't got 2 fucking feet, bro. Everybody you know got 2 feet and you gotta stand on business. The business is the soul. This is the work that you gotta do. How do you do it? The spells and rituals cast by Isis. Now, who is Isis? Are you talking about the weird bitch on YouTube? No, I ain't. That's not fucking Isis, bro. You are Isis. But her name is Isis. Hey, that's like you naming your son Brain. Brain Smart. Why ain't nobody ever named their son Lung? Have you ever met a nigga named goddamn Rib? Why? Cause that's dumb as fuck to name your kid Arm. One's in the chat if you don't even know nobody named after a body part. You know a nigga named Nerve? No. Do you know a nigga named Synapse? No. Do you know a nigga named Hippocampus? No. Do you know a nigga named Pineal? No, you don't. Why? Because we're smart enough to not even name our kids that. But you dumb enough to be so spiritual to name yourself Isis. Osiris. Who told you to do that? Nobody told you to do that. You just seen other niggas do it. One's in the chat. You seen other niggas name themselves Ra. So you did that. You seen other niggas call themselves Ptah. So you said, ooh, that'll be cool. I'ma name myself Ptah too. That must be Isis. No, nigga, you are Isis. What the fuck? That you don't even understand. That's like saying I name myself Brain, so when you see me, I must be Brain. At what point does that make sense to y'all? Because we're talking about metaphysical principles. Why you want to name yourself after a metaphysical principle? What ancient Egyptian did you know had them actual names? Last time I checked, niggas was called Ramses and Tutankhamun and fucking Cleopatra and things of that nature. They wasn't upholding them deities as names. But you seen another nigga do it. It looked cool when he did it, so you did it too. For which, if you seen one nigga jump off a cliff and you jumped off a cliff, it would hurt the same way as it hurt them. So, when you talking about spirituality, like when I came into this shit, bro, it was masters in this shit, bro. What you mean, bro? It was masters in this shit, bro. You wouldn't never be like, oh, I heard this Bobby Hemmett lecture, I'm about to start my YouTube channel or some weird shit like that. Maybe 10 years of listening to the nigga, you be like, all right, maybe I should start doing something. You feel me? But when you don't know, you gotta kind of sit with this shit and gain some inner understanding. What we think is if we memorize the shit and we get an A on the test, that somehow means some shit. That's like you getting an A on your algebra test, going somewhere to the store and be like, I got an A. Can I get fucking $100 worth of shit? Some store owners might be saying, all right, cool. But a majority of them is going to tell you, get the fuck up out my store. I don't give a fuck about that A. You better go to your damn mama. I ain't giving you shit. I don't care. You better get A's. What the fuck? It don't matter. So understanding this information don't matter. Knowing these words do not matter. When you begin to break down these codes and understand and overstand these mysteries, apply said mysteries, what does it mean to learn? To learn means to change your behavior. This is a new definition that all schools are basically teaching. If you got ears to hear when you in school, they teaching now so you can change your behavior. They basically saying this shit is over. We might as well tell the people everything. But if you in your ignorance, you in your closed mind, you probably thinking that everything is bad. School is bad, teaching is bad, information is bad, and all you gotta do is blame these conscious niggas who didn't understand the mysteries but memorized the information, regurgitated the information, and closed the minds of millions of black people. Millions of black people feel like they already know what Osiris is. Already, because they seen a lecture or read a book and read a paragraph. Now they fully can grasp what Osiris and Isis is all about. And I'm telling you, I've been working with this energy for a while, and the mere understanding of it took a long time. So let's get into the energy of it. Let's get into the metaphysics of it. Let's put some proof on this shit, right? Let's prove what we actually talking about. If y'all been watching this video for my own peace of mind, have y'all been enjoying this content? Is this something that is beneficial to you? Do y'all see the value in the information and how I present it? You know, put a 1 in the chat. Just humor me 1 time or 2 times while I drink some of this tea. Good old herbs. So, Osiris was often called the Great Sikkim, or foremost of powers. Hence, the Sikkim was often used as a symbol of the underworld deity. Osiris was often called the Great Sikkim, or foremost of powers. Hence, the Sikkim was often used as a symbol of the underworld deity. So, what is Sikkim? Sikkim I'm about to show y'all. Better than I could tell y'all. Just give me a minute. We gonna do this thing one at a time. They done scrub the internet. You ever be researching some shit and then the next day you try to find that shit gone? Like, damn, y'all just scrubbed the internet like that? Like, internet is a treacherous place. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different, boy. They do not want us to know shit, bro. They don't want us to. All I really know is that they don't really care about us. Shout out to MJ. So what is Sikkim? Sikkim is magic, strength, breath, protection, divine power. Divine power. So Osiris was often called the Great Sikkim. But there is an additional hieroglyph that goes with Sikkim. And I'm about to show y'all right now. And we about to get into all of this shit right now. Because why the fuck not? You feel me? You feel me, man? Do you feel me, man? Sometimes I wish I was born in Memphis or Detroit. I wish next go around, if I do another go around, I'm gonna vouch for Memphis or Detroit for where I'm gonna be born at. You feel me, mine? What's up, mine? Anyways, Heka, divine power. Right? These are just words that we're utilizing. Sikkim, life force, energy. Heka is DNA, or activating the DNA through the soul. Osiris, though, Osiris is the great Sikkim, the foremost of powers. So let's get into more of the Sikkim. What is Sikkim? Sikkim is even a Hebrew word. Now, Sikkim is the same shit. Remember in 2020, 2019, 2018, everybody was doing Reiki type shit? Well, Reiki is a byproduct of Sikkim, meaning that before Reiki, there was Sikkim, because Reiki originated in Egypt, and what they was doing was energy work. But then I want you to think about the glorious empire of the ancient Egyptians, and I want you to understand what brought about that glorious empire was the energy work, or the Sikkim, because we know that Osiris was the deity that everybody was worshiping, meaning that the energy within ourselves, everybody was tuned in and tapped to. We knew who we were from an energy level. We knew about the living light energy. Read this. Sikkim is a living light energy, meaning it is different and a higher vibration than Reiki, which is most beneficial for working with emotional and mental levels or concerns, as well as that of higher spiritual connection. Meaning power of powers or might. Sikkim is similar to Reiki healing by working on our higher bodies to balance a person mentally or emotionally, but also used for physical ailments. Sikkim healing has its origins in Egypt and was the place it was recently rediscovered. Like Reiki, it is also received by practitioners like a radio signal transmuted through the practitioner's crown out their hands into a person's body. The hands may also be placed over the chakra areas within the energy field. Wait a second. Did that just say what I think I just said? The chakra energies. Wait a second. I thought only Hindus was dealing with chakras. You mean to tell me that Egyptians was dealing with chakras too? And they call it Shikkim? And Osiris is the great Shikkim or the great chakra? Why? Because it's not like when I break it down, I don't break it down into a universal level or nothing like. It's not like I've been on this shit for a long time or nothing like that. It's not like you can escape this shit or nothing like that. It's not like you can avoid doing the chakra work or anything like that. But let's continue. Meditation 101, niggas. Meditation 101. Our body is an energetic system, which simplified flows through the chakras and into our endocrine. Listen, I wrote this book. I didn't read this shit before I wrote this book. Please believe it, or else it was like, damn, this is a good idea. I should copy this shit, put it into a book, call it Chakra Nova, but I didn't. I seen this goddamn page yesterday, like, oh Lord, Jetson made another one. Our body is an energetic system which simplified flows through the chakras and into our endocrine system and into our organs. The chakras can be measured with instruments, as was the frequency of all of our organs. The measurable frequency is an electromagnetic energy field, and if the flow of this frequency is interrupted, then the body manifests illness. I would say that the mind manifests illness as well, because y'all bought a lot of shit, put on a lot of makeup, wore a lot of clothes, wanted a lot of shit, wanted to do a lot of things, wanted to be a lot of a person, never wanted to deal with your energetic system. Niggas bought Chakra Nova, didn't read it. No shade, it is what it is. However, it's your energy, it's your life, it's your magnetism, it's your ability to attract the things in your life. It's all in reference to your energy, your polarities, your understanding and understanding of said laws to bring said things into manifestation. All that an Egyptian ever did was show you how to do this shit. I'm gonna show you how to do this, son. That's what the Egyptians said. That's all they did. Listen, the field extends in and around and through the body. It keeps everything ticking, such as our nervous system and our heart rate. As shown in the energy field and chakra diagram, our energy field is connected and our heart is the focal point within it. Using an ECG, we can monitor this frequency within the heart, and the MRI scans, we can measure and view our eternal body and look for any illnesses. So basically, now let's go through this again. Osiris was often called the Great Shekem, the foremost of powers. What is Shekem? Shekem is light living energy. Shekem is chakras. Osiris is the whole entire triangle. So, okay, what am I talking about the triangle? Because we gotta look at that too. Gotta look at that too. Osiris is the triangle, right? Osiris is the prism. Osiris is the body. You can also, because when you study cells, you know that a plant cell and a human cell is differences, but it's a lot more similarities than it is differences. Okay, so Osiris could be a green man. He could be agriculture. He could be fertility. He could be the cell itself, right? The soul cell organism at the smallest microcosm, at the largest grand scale of the cosmos. That is Osiris, but it is also you at a soul level, at a body level. So when we ask, what is God? God is everything. God is everywhere. God is everything that I see, everything that I perceive. I can't escape God, right? I couldn't run away from God if I tried to, right? God is everywhere, in everything. God is in my perception. And what I'm hoping that you can get from this conversation is, through meditation, is the actual immersion of the energy. So what one should do is get into a relaxed state. Clear your mind and fill your body with the Shekem, with the energy, with Osiris. Fill your body with all of the cosmic light that you can muster, and then begin to visualize. Begin to visualize the Heka sigil, which is the one all the way to the left, the DNA. So you meditating, filled with the spiritual energy of Shekem through all of your chakras, and what you visualize on is the hieroglyph of Heka. Now, when you meditate on this hieroglyph, be prepared for your life to improve. Be prepared for miracles to take place. But when the problem is, when the miracles take place, or if they don't take place in a timely manner, you're going to forget about the meditation. So hopefully you remember this meditation when shit get rough. Hopefully you come to back to this video for years and years and years, so you can always remember who that motherfucker is, right? Like, it is you. And so to really get in tune and tapped into who you are, you got to get into some meditation. And that's why this series of videos and series of articles is called Meditation 101. I got 2 more articles to provide the basis, but that's going to be tempered in between money and metaphysics. But you know, I'm going to end this video. I have more work to do, have some orders to get out for the day. And thank y'all for supporting whiterabbitpsych.com. I appreciate y'all support. Go visit whiterabbitpsych.com, sign up for our newsletter. You'll get weekly discounts and information updates. We've been doing events in the city. We'll let you know about those as well. We appreciate y'all support. Everybody on the team, my kids, everybody, we just support y'all for all y'all love, all y'all gratitude. And I really do hope that y'all was able to gain from this. If you was able to gain from this, put a 1 in the chart, leave a comment on this video if you don't mind. It's all about you in the present. So it don't matter if they was Atlanteans or from Europe or Africa or wherever you at in this moment. The energy and the essence is within you right now, right? That's the main point. And so hopefully y'all able to tune in and tap into that aspect and not the historical inaccuracies that people are sure to spew when we have these kind of conversations to distract you from the original point of you being God. Okay, so do the work, take some time, understand it's not going to be easy. And if ever you wanted to do and be on the spiritual journey, imagine pushing that rock up a hill. And this, understand that it requires some energy to maintain a strong mental health. And so that's why I do these videos. That's why I'm present, because I know it's not easy. And if you ever need somebody to lean on, depend on, tap into, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell if that shit even works anymore. But yeah, I would love to just, be that person that is consistent in your life with the understanding that you are God. I really do care about your spiritual development, and I really hope that your spiritual development is about you and you only, right? I don't want it to be about no system. So we'll talk about Egyptian today, and tomorrow we'll talk about Native American or Greek or whatever. We're not in Egypt. We're just trying to show that everything is the same and it all correlates to the same message, that we are a spiritual being having a human experience, and it's a real point in time. Oh yeah, before I get off of here, get this book if you have it already, read it because it's very important in these days and times. Chakra Nova, you can Google it, you can get it on Amazon or ColumbianExchange.com. Get the journal, begin to work through and with your chakras, and doing this, doing the root chakra, especially like finances and things of that nature, that'll help. Okay, so if you need some help financially or security, or your security feels threatened, you probably need to do some root chakra work, some grounding work. And Chakra Nova, it can help you in working through all of the chakras, right? But this research just confirmed that Chakra Nova was an awesome book, and it was a timely book and necessary for people's spiritual development. So with that being said, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in, and appreciate all of y'all's support. Thank you for liking the video, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.